Alright. Let's see if we can get a sockeye here. Yesterday's numbers were not good. They write a number down every day. They count how many sockeye go through the weir, which is just a little fence, and they can count how many sockeye go through that. We'll start right here. Work our way down. Right, beautiful morning. Let's give it a shot. Snag. No snag. Oh shoot. Fish just splashed right behind me there. That's a good sign. Oh, there's another one. Maybe this... Oh. There's a school running through right now. I was just snagged a little bit. Let's see. Let's get back in there. Oh no. My hook got a little... We're good. Got this little pink fuzzy fuzz ball. One more cast and I'm gonna go have some breakfast. I think Justin's making some pancakes. Oh, I'm on what? On the last cast? This is a dolly varden though, it's not a salmon. Oh, wait a minute, what is it? Uh-oh. Just lost my pliers. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's a dolly varden. It's a little guy, smaller than the one I caught yesterday. Let's let him go. I just lost my pliers in the water. I see it though. I can just release this guy. There we go. Anyways, let's go have some breakfast. Let's grab some huckleberries here. I see some right here. Nice and plump. Nice. Ooh. We got some whiskey maple syrup from Canada, from Yukon, Canada. Oh yeah. These are actually mochi pancakes. Put a little mochiko on there. You know, mochi flour, you know. It makes it a little bit chewy. Very good. Now I think we're gonna go do a car wash. So we gotta wash the van, it's really dirty. And maybe we'll have time to fish a little bit more later, but we're catching a ferry over to Juneau today. So gotta get ready for that as well. I'm gonna do a quick lunch. We got smoked salmon. The one I smoked a couple episodes ago, and it was so fatty. Like, look at this. This is all salmon fat that just solidified into a jelly. We got the recipe of the salmon dip on our Instagram, the second channel Instagram, Tackling the World. Little salmon fat. Oh, Look what I also have, some ikura. Got a little quick lunch. Oh my god. The salmon fat is like the best thing I've ever tasted. That is so good. And the ikura is perfect. Smoked salmon, delicious. Salmon dip, amazing.
Good lunch, good lunch.
After I finish this, I probably have an hour to fish. So I think I'm gonna get in there, see if I can get a fish real quick. If not, we're gonna hop on this ferry and head over to Juneau. First line.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And do you have any propane?
No, I just have the small ones.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about a 4-hour ferry ride from Haines to Juneau, and we just made it just in time for the sunset. Nice. So we got to Juneau last night, caught a nice end of a sunset. Pretty beautiful out here, but ever since then it's been quite rainy. So we got rain all day today, and looks like on the forecast a lot of rain right when we get here, because before this they were having like heat waves and really nice weather. But today we're gonna go and visit our friends Matt and Lia from Barnacle Foods, and Lia's gonna teach us how to can salmon. That's something actually I've never done. And I've been wanting to do, because usually I'll smoke it and then just vacuum seal, put it in the freezer for later if I need to save some. But canning it is much better. You don't need to freeze it, you can just leave it out on the shelf. So let's go say hi to our friends. Alright guys, we got our good friend Matt here from Barnacle Foods, and yeah, how you been, man?
Pretty good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Juneau.
Thank you. Oh, we love Juneau. We love being here. Matt's going to show us how to can this.
Yeah, so we have some sockeye and coho. It's that time of year we pull all the fish out of the freezer that we haven't eaten yet and get it smoked up and jarred, make room in the freezer for the salmon that are coming in right now. And so we've already brined this and smoked it, and we just pulled it out of the smoker a little bit ago. So the next step in the process is to put it into jars, and then we'll be pressure canning it here. So we can just give a little rundown on how we got there. So when we were portioning and slicing the fish, we kind of lined it up with the jar height so that it would make for a really easy loading. It's easiest to put your jar sideways and then just kind of arrange things in there. You can think about the outside, what's going to appear on the outside, and put some nice attractive looking slices on the outside. And you'll just kind of stack it in there. And if you do a good job of filling the bottom part of the jar, as the fish cans, it'll lose a bunch of oil. And then if you fill the jar really well, the oil will then cover it while it's in storage. But if you leave big air pockets in the form, the oil will sink down and you'll only get about a third or half coverage in the oil. Yeah,
That's good stuff.
it's pretty good. Just sugar, salt, little cracked pepper,
nice.
brine, dry brine.
Nice.
We'll give the seal a wipe with a warm paper towel.
That's important. Oh,
That's really important. Yeah, you can do all of it really nicely, but then if the seal doesn't go on well, you won't get a good seal.
You've messed up the whole
You've
thing.
messed up. Then you just have to eat it straight out of the canner, which isn't so bad either. So yeah, put your seal on there, and your your lid finger tight so that the air can come out as the pressure builds in there. So you don't want to tighten it too much, but you want enough pressure to keep the seal on the jar. So standard ball mason jars or any type of mason jars. And it's nice, you can reuse the glass part.
Yeah.
And you can reuse this part. But the seal is kind of a one-time use.
Oh, really?
So you can keep your jars and keep your rims.
Yeah.
And buy new seals, and then you can get many lives out of your jars, which is nice.
Nice.
And into the pressure canner. And so we filled the water up to about here. You don't want to run out of water. Then you'll lose all your pressure and heat.
Do you have to use a pressure cooker?
You do have to use a pressure cooker.
And what's the purpose of that?
So this is a non-acidified food. It's meat. Therefore, in order to protect yourself from any potential bacteria or pathogens that can grow in the pantry over the long course of this shelf life, you need to bring it up to 10 psi for a period of 100 minutes.
100 minutes.
100 minutes straight. Maybe 110.
We'll got a little correction from behind.
We'll get the good answer for you.
This is the Bible.
It's smoked. Smoked is a little less.
Longer.
There's Lia.
Smoked is longer.
Yeah, we better edit that. 110 minutes.
We will double check on the internet.
We'll double check
and
that
with,
number.
USD.
And so yeah, you'll need to hit 100 or 110 minutes at 10 psi. And if it drops below 10 at any point, that 100 or 110 minutes restarts.
Really?
So it's really important that you keep an eye on this. You can't just like walk away from it for 100 minutes. You kind of have to be nearby to make sure you keep that pressure.
Wow, that's very technical. More technical than I would imagine.
So we got our canner here. We'll lock the lid on there. And now we're just gonna wait for it to come up to temperature. So we'll turn the heat up over here. Once it starts steaming, we'll set a timer for 10 minutes. And you have to let all the air get out of there, and so once it's 100% steam for 10 minutes, then we'll put our weight on here, which will then bring the pressure up. Once it gets to 10, we'll start our timer for the allotted time.
He is the boss.
Yeah, do you want to, what's the time?
Well, let me like triple check.
Triple check, alright.
It was 100 minutes, and I just recall hearing a couple of years ago they changed it to 110 for extra safety.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that technical. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. You can follow these instructions if you're doing home canning, but it's also really good to like search out a resource on the internet through the Cooperative Extension Service. They won't lead you astray.
It's also important to get your pressure gauge calibrated from time to time.
Oh.
And what's the bacteria that's most problematic?
Botulism?
High temperature for specific duration of time kills botulism, which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to mess around with botulism.
Yeah.
I don't know how bad it is, but I think it's really bad.
Oh, yeah.
It can kill you.
It could potentially kill you.
So
Be careful. Be careful. Risky business here, canning.
That's official. Smoked fish, pints, 110 minutes.
There you go. That's what they recommend. What is this book?
This is So Easy to Preserve, and it's a cooperative extension publication.
So it looks like we have a steady steam coming out of the top. Feel that? Yep. And so now we'll start our timer for 10 minutes of steam to make sure there's no air left in the canner. Alright, 10 minutes of steaming is now complete, which means we can build up some pressure in this pressure canner. And we have a weight that holds the pressure up until 10 pounds, and then the steam can escape once it's at 10 pounds. These weights are really nice for holding an even pressure with your canner. And so now that we've got the weight on, slowly but surely the pressure will begin to rise. We don't start our 110 minute timer until it reaches the 10. So So it'll be a few more minutes there.
There you go.
Alright, we're up to 10. That means our timer starts 110 minutes.
While we wait for the cans to finish, I just made some fish taco rice. I made that before in Okinawa and it was really good. So made some more. Matt and Leah had some sockeye and some halibut. So fish taco rice with sockeye and halibut. Nice fried fish in there. Fish taco rice, halibut. It works, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It works really well.
This is like a meal that we eat sometimes.
It would be delicious with some barnacle hot sauce. Look who's on the bottle. We got
Just a generic kelp harvesting woman.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Could be anybody.
Could
It
be
could be
anybody.
anyone.
And we have a special product. So we've been working or trying to get this going for probably over a year.
Yeah, a year.
And what we're doing is we're collaborating on we were thinking like a spice or something that we can use as a condiment, because Barnacle Foods, that's what they do. They make a lot of condiments like this, like the kelp hot sauce, and everything that they make pretty much has kelp in it, and that's like one of your main ingredients that you guys try to push and get people to eat more kelp. And so I kind of sort of came up with the idea we should make some kelp chili oil, some kelp chili crisps, and we made it happen. And these guys made it happen. Yeah, and you guys literally did. We did like an initial R&D on the beach last year, and they developed it so well, and we are going to drop it soon. And I think by the time this video drops, it might be already out and available for you to purchase. And I have it right here. And look at this. Look at that. It says Barnacle Foods Outdoor Chef Life Kelp Chili Crisp. And this label is badass. This is super exciting. You guys made it happen. You guys made it happen.
We all made it happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys want to grab one right now, I think, unless it's not available yet, there's either way
It'll be available.
Either way, there's a link in the description for Barnacle Foods website. Try a kelp chili crisp. Awesome. And make sure to grab a hot sauce while you're at it. Those are delicious too. Anyways, we will enjoy our fish taco rice, and then I think right after we finish, the pressure cooker should be done. It's done, guys. That was exciting.
Now you have to let it cool.
Yeah.
You can't, it has to come down in pressure slowly. So we're just going to let it sit.
Yeah, let it chill. No more pressure in there.
Yeah, you can always kind of wiggle it around first. Pull it off.
All right, let's see it.
Okay, it's going to be steamy, so you always open it away from yourself.
Oh, it smells good. You can smell it.
Bubbling. That one's going.
It's going off. And how long do they last?
Indefinitely, as long as your seal is good.
Still good.
So,
And then as these cool down, they start to do that, right?
pop,
They pop.
pop, pop. And if one of them doesn't seal, we get to eat it right away.
Otherwise, we'll send one with you for
Yeah.
future consumption.
Yeah.
It's good for the van, I bet.
Oh yeah, for sure. These canned stuff would be really good. You can't freeze much. Thank you all for watching. The kelp chili crisp is not available yet, but it's coming very, very soon. We're just perfecting it just a little bit more. But once it's out, you'll be the first to know. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.